Good morning. Here is Sasha. We are out walking. I completely forgot I had to walk her this morning. I didn't set my alarm, but she was so quiet and patient. Did not bark, did not cry, nothing. And it's more than an hour beyond what my son-in-law and my daughter take her because I seriously just slept. So anyhow, we are out here. It is Sunday. It is the start of a new vlog, and it's a beautiful fall morning. It's in the 50s, but I don't need a jacket. The sun is bright. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day. I am so excited to be out here. I am hoping to take her for a 45-minute walk, and then we're going to continue our day. But happy Sunday, happy day 49. And I'm so excited to start this week because I have so many things planned to bring to all of you and for myself that it's exciting. But here is Sasha. She is doing her little thing. And yeah, let's look forward to a productive, intentional week. Look at that beauty. I am making breakfast, I am meal prepping, doing all the things, but here I have 4 eggs. I'm going to make an egg salad with this. I have some edamame that I'm going to have later with dinner, green beans for dinner. I have 2 eggs here that I thought I was going to just make for myself for breakfast, but instead I'm gonna have some egg salad. And then over here I have Stress Ease Calm because it's 11 o'clock. I do not wanna have coffee this late. I'm going to have some tea to calm me down. I need this. I have a zucchini here that I'm also going to make as part of my meal prep. 2 pieces of salmon for myself. Here's something new that I've never done, but I had half of a bag of butternut squash and I had a small bag of little yellow potatoes, and I decided to make them together and make a butternut squash mashed potato. It is so delicious, okay? I added soy milk for extra protein. In here, I added about a cup of soy milk, and then here is the other little bit, but it is delicious. I had no idea how this was going to come out, but I'm happy that I did. I have to clean out these containers. This is from last week's meal prep. You can see here my husband did not eat. He only ate 2 pieces of this chicken. I have the rest of that pasta I need to throw out, and then a little bit of green beans that are left over. That's because I was making a mishmash of food throughout the week and didn't stick to my meal prep. Anyhow, it happens. I need to finish. I need to have my breakfast and my lunch. It's a brunch. And finally, it's almost 11:30. I'm finally done with my egg salad. I'm just gonna have this with some fruit for fiber. So I have protein, a healthy carb, and fiber. And over here I have some tea. I am trying to really be mindful of the caffeine that I'm consuming with the anxiety and the stress that I have right now. So I'm not thinking about coffee at this late of an hour, but I'm going to eat this, and hopefully this makes me feel a little bit better. This is a workout week, so I need to focus on vegetables, fiber, and protein. Primarily, I do have a carb. You guys saw the mashed potatoes, and then here I have some zucchini, and these are tomatoes from my neighbor's yard. Aren't they just so adorable? I need to make sure that I eat these this week. But I added a bunch of little ones in here. I'm going to add olive oil, salt, pepper, garlic powder, throw it in the pan, saute that very lightly, and it's done. How beautiful, right? Look. Homegrown, right from his yard. And for my husband, his treat for the week is this turkey meatloaf. I added tomato soup. I know that traditionally you're supposed to use ketchup, but in our home, they always used tomato soup, just good old Campbell's tomato soup. I put this in the oven with the aluminum foil on for an hour, and then I put it in the boiler for probably about 10 minutes or so. I do add onions and peppers into this meatloaf. This is a turkey meatloaf. I just try to spruce it up with some more flavor and just some texture for my husband. He absolutely loves this meatloaf, so it's his treat for the week. He can eat it in a sandwich. He can eat it with the mashed potatoes. He's going to absolutely go crazy for this. I know he is. Here is the finished meatloaf in the container. I did not cut it or anything. I just left it whole. I did pour the rest of the sauce on top just because turkey tends to be a little bit more dry and I want to keep it nice and moist for my husband. So there is that. I did make a little container of chia seed pudding. I've been craving this and I know it's good in protein. It's also great in fiber. So have that. I have here the zucchini and tomato mixture. And then over here is my salmon. And that is it. That is a simple meal prep. I have a ton of veggies in the refrigerator that I can use throughout the week. So this is a simple, efficient, effective meal prep that will complement my goals for this week, which is to lift and move my body, getting back into that routine. And I need the protein and the fiber to help me, to give me the energy and the fuel that I need to accomplish that. Oh, and I have 2 hard-boiled eggs here. And that's it. Found this beautiful leaf while I was walking Sasha, and for me to preserve it, I just put some packing tape on both sides. I'm going to cut around it and put it in my journal. I figured this was an easy way to preserve it, but it had all of the colors, green, red, yellow, orange, and it's small enough that fits in my little hobonichi. It is day 50 and I am ready to hit play on my workout. I looked at my board. I have an accountability board here with a schedule, and I always just mark what week and day I'm on. And the last time that I was down here was September 6th. That was the last time that I was in this basement working out. It's been well over a month since I have been on kind of medical leave from working out. But I got the clearance on Friday that I could start working out, and today is Monday, day 50 of 75 for me, and I'm going to make these last 25 days count like it's nobody's business. I did it. Yes, I did day 1 in the books. And let me share this with you because this is real. You know, our brains are made to protect us. They are made to keep us safe. And when we are in a situation that is outside of our norm, or there's something that our brain thinks it's going to hurt us, it will stop us. It will create excuses. It will create little false narratives in our brain to stop us from doing that thing. And it happened to me today. I have been up, I got up at 3 o'clock in the morning with a horrible headache. I actually went to sleep with a headache, and I know it's all stress. It woke me up at 3 in the morning. I had one when I woke up this morning, and it stayed with me all day. And I thought, my goodness, I cannot believe this is happening. I don't want this to happen today on the day that I can finally do a workout program. And that was just weighing heavily on my head all day. And I finally said, that's it, I'm done. I took Sasha out for a quick walk, came back, put her in the crate. And of course I came downstairs and I saw a couple of little bugs. It's in our, this is our basement. We keep it clean, but it's the basement. You're always going to have little bugs here and there. So in the corners, I saw little bugs. I ended up vacuuming the whole floor. Now, was that me procrastinating? Maybe, right? Because our brains are set up to keep us safe. Our brains are not going to let us do something that is outside of our norm. It is going to create all of these distractions to stop us from doing what we're supposed to do. And I realized that that's what was happening. And I vacuumed really quickly. And wouldn't you know it, I go to turn on my TV, which I have not turned on in over 6 weeks. I go to turn it on and the app is not working. So I have to log back in. First of all, I have to reset my modem, log back in, do all of that. And I still thought, my goodness, this is real. This whole keeping me safe thing is real. But I hit play. And although the workout was supposed to be 40 minutes, it took me 54 minutes because number one, I wanted to record myself today. This is day 1. I want to see how much I progress from now until the end of this program. And number 2, I want to make sure I create content, right? Because it's not normal for me to pick up my phone and record myself throughout the day. So I'm trying to do better with that. That and also the transitions in between the different exercises had me a little bit tripped up. By week 3, I'm going to have this all figured out. It's going to be easier and I'll be in the swing of things. But for day 1, it started off a little bit rocky, but it turned out to be a true success. And I feel wonderful. My heart rate got up. I worked out. I feel absolutely amazing. I took Sasha out for a 45-minute walk this morning. Listen, I'm getting in all the steps. By 9:30, no, it was 10 o'clock. I already had 9,500 steps in. I don't know what it is right now, but those are my goals. And I am going to push myself. I am definitely going to push myself. I'm going to get out of my own head because I am deep in it. I am deep in that fear mode, like I started telling you guys earlier, and I just can't stay there. So I'm going to finish my water, go have my post-workout drink with 2 clementines for muscle repair and recovery. I am all in, dialed in as much as I can. So in case you're wondering, this is the brand of post-workout shake that I use. This is for protein and recovery, which you need to eat protein within 30 to 45 minutes of a workout. This is an easy way in case you're really busy and you don't have access to food right away. This is a really good resource. It has 30 grams of protein for 1 scoop. I love it. Something that I have really been enjoying as well as part of my lunch, if you will, I have collagen in here, which is, it's 9 grams of protein because there's 2 tablespoons. And I have been really enjoying this Up and Glowing by Shockley. This alone, this little packet, it's made for energy and beauty. So the collagen is also in here, but look at the protein content. It is so good. 11 grams of protein and pretty clean ingredients. I'm enjoying Shockley. Add a cup of soy milk. So that's 30 grams of protein just in this little cup with 8 ounces of soy milk. Here's lunch, very simple. Egg salad I made yesterday for meal prep with everything but the bagel seasoning on top of sourdough, toasted sourdough, clementines for fiber, And here is my Up and Glowing drink with soy milk and collagen for extra protein. I started eating it and I thought, crap, I didn't record. So this is my dinner. String beans, the zucchini with tomatoes. This is all meal prep, by the way. This is the butternut squash and yellow potato, mashed potatoes, and my broiled salmon. You are so silly. What are you doing? Good morning. Here is breakfast again, egg salad on sourdough toast. I have my calming tea here, and then berries and a kiwi for a lot of fiber. So protein, carb, and fiber. The only thing that I'm missing is a healthy fat, but I'll have some almonds mid-morning. This is breakfast. Lunch looks almost like breakfast, but this is tuna fish on sourdough. I'm actually using the same exact plates and mug. But tuna fish, I sprinkled salt and pepper, drizzled a little bit of red wine, apple cider vinegar. I already ate 4 pieces of the apple. It is so sweet. This is Honey Crisp. These are really high in fiber. So I have my fiber, my protein, and my healthy carb. And over here is more protein and water. Finally made it downstairs. It is 2 o'clock. This workout, it says it's 44 minutes. I also want to share a little bit of good news. You know, my husband, he loves to run. He thinks his idea of a good workout for him is doing a bunch of calisthenics with no rhyme or reason and running, because that's where he gets the most amount of weight loss. And what I told him is, you know, he needs to also build muscle at his age as well for osteoporosis, right? It doesn't exclude, while women go at a faster rate, men still suffer from osteoporosis, and they still suffer from bone mass, you know, from bone loss. And I told him the only way you're going to gain that is by lifting. You're not going to get that by running. So yesterday, I just sent him a really quick text message, and I told him I was starting this program again. He's done this program with me before, and I said it would be great if you could do this with me. And we'll be done the week before Christmas. We'll be done by December 15th. But it's something that we can do together at different times, so we can stay on track and we can both build muscle together. And he didn't even bat an eye. He just said, yes, I'm in. So he's also doing this same program. But he has to do it when he comes home in the evening. I finished with a little bit of modification and one longer break because my heart rate went up above 160. And that's a huge no-no for me. My pulmonologist and my cardiologist are with the same health system, and they both agree that that's not a good idea. I shouldn't go anything above maybe 155. And I was well above that. I was almost 161 and I could feel it. Once I brought my heart rate down to 132, I think, I finished the set and I felt myself get just a tiny bit loopy. So I had to put it on pause and sit down, get myself together, and finish the workout. But all is good. Never ever underestimate the power of evolution and change, because when I started my health and fitness journey, you know, in 2019, this was my workout room. We had a huge contraption back there. It was a workout bench with some cables and stuff. We had our weights lined up on that floor. And then my husband had his treadmill up on this side of the wall. We have a wall unit there now, but my workout space was this right here. What you see here is what was my workout space. It was very limited, very small. We had a carpet in here, and the carpet had some rolling in it, and I rolled my ankle because the carpet wasn't leveled, and the carpet was here when we moved in. My husband ripped everything out, redid all of our walls, redid the floor during the pandemic. It was something that kept him busy, and we both needed it because we were really using this workout space. It was me, my husband, and my daughter was still living with us, and we were using this space every single day. So he changed everything, and then we expanded it and made this whole area our new workout space. Over here, you'll see some stuff. Those are benches from my husband's studio. Those are things that we need to sell, and that's our workout bench. There is our treadmill that used to be on this side that I just showed you. Let's see, over here, because I can't go too much because we have pictures everywhere, but these right here, those are my husband's medals, and these are mine from, I've only done 5Ks. My husband has done half marathons, 10Ks, and 5Ks. Those are his medals. We have our treadmill. And look at this. When I started, about a year into my health and fitness journey, we purchased this weight bench. And I thought, wow, what a big move for me, right? Because I went from 5 and 8 pounds, I went all the way up to 15, and I was so proud of myself. And then I jumped to 20s, and I thought, oh my God, who am I becoming? And look at us now. So the ones in red are the only ones that we could get during the pandemic. So there are some that are missing. So we need a set of 40s, and we need the other one to the 45. But my husband and I were looking at something different for a weight bench or weight rack, because this is no longer working for us. We need something that makes sense and that we could both use, especially as we expand on our weight selection. That is something that's important to us. This right here, that's not even glass, that's actually plastic. My husband specially ordered that mirror during the pandemic. We didn't even think we were gonna get it in time, but we did, and yeah, it's been here ever since. He hooked up a fan. So then over here, you can see the fan right there. And then over here, we have my little accountability board. And then to the left of that, I have some pictures for motivation that are personal to me, which is why I'm not going to expand anymore on that. But yeah, this is our little workout space, and I am super proud of it. I'm super proud of how far we have come. And although it's not a lot, it's enough for us. This floor, my husband installed this foam because I used to use mats, and I slipped on one day, and that's when he said, that's it, we're gonna change this. And we bought this padding. We actually bought this padding on Amazon, and he installed it. And yeah, it's been working out. It's been working out really, really good for us. We'll probably make a couple more changes as we, again, grow and expand on our health and fitness journey. We're looking to really make this space our happy place, which it already is, but it does need a little bit of tweaking. As we continue to grow and evolve in this health and fitness space, we need different things. So that is our goal. Anyway, wanted to show you our little workout space. Here's my dinner, keeping it simple. I have salmon that I made tonight, green beans from Sunday's meal prep, and this is white rice that I made. I think it was Thursday of last week. And if you guys are not using glass containers for your meal prep, you're missing out. This is why you're throwing away food, because your food tastes like crap after 2 or 3 days of keeping it in the fridge. Glass containers keep the air out. They keep your refrigerator smelling good because the smell doesn't seep out of the glass containers. And it keeps everything nice and fresh. It keeps the moisture out. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Happy day 52. My heart is racing. My brain is racing. But I'm trusting in God's promises. Today is going to be a difficult day. And I'm trusting that I will be okay. It has been an emotionally draining day. It is 3:15. I logged off because my brain is mush, and it's been emotional, hard, and long. So I really didn't sleep much last night. I don't know, I was up every hour and a half to 2 hours, and I'm feeling it. My legs are super sore. I've tried to stay on top of my nutrition today. I think I've done pretty good. I haven't shown you guys because I just haven't been able to. Anyhow, I am going to hit play. Today is back and triceps. Thank goodness I'm not doing anything with my legs because I'm in so much pain, to the point where as soon as I'm done, I'm going to spend about 10 minutes or so foam rolling because I have a lot of lactic acid. I have a lot of just tightness, and I need to really smooth that out. morning. I am okay. I am feeling so much better. My heart isn't racing. My mind isn't racing. And I truly feel grateful and blessed and humbled by so many things. One thing that I have realized over these last 6 to 8 years, and while I've always been a faithful person, believe in who you want to believe in, I believe in God. And as someone that was rooted in faith and in prayer, it hasn't been until these last 6 to 8 years that I have gained such a deep appreciation and truly believing in the immense power of prayer. Because dealing with what we had to go through this morning, I sat down at my work desk and I prayed the rosary. That is the devotional that I'm doing. I prayed the rosary. And as soon as I was done, my heart immediately stopped racing. I no longer had nervous energy. And that is something that, had you told me that maybe 8-10 years ago, I would have never believed that would have been a possibility. But here we are. Anyhow, wanted to give a quick update and say how wonderfully blessed, grateful, and humble I'm feeling at the moment, and praying for others in the process. But we'll share more in time. For right now, I'm in the moment and I'm enjoying this time. Feeling very blessed. Good morning. Is it still morning? Yes, it's still morning. Today is hamstrings and glutes, 45 minutes. It is a lift and hit combination. I am all done. It took me a total of 56 minutes. It was only supposed to be 45, and that's only because it took me a little bit in between transitions. It's the first week. I am sure by next week it'll be a lot smoother. It just took me a little bit longer. And I did some extra stretching at the end because my legs are not okay. Good morning. Happy day 54. I am going to do my workout today. It is shoulders, all lift, no hit. We always have a core component at the end, but it is day 54. I am finished with week 1, and although my body is sore literally from about here to my ankles, I am so proud of myself for finishing week 1. This is one of the hardest weeks of the program. I would say this week and then the last phase, so maybe like the last 2 weeks. But the first week always does this to me. This is maybe my 3rd time doing this program, and I dread week 1, not for getting started, but how I'm going to be, how I'm going to feel. Very sore, very tender, but that's okay because I am using my muscles. I am actively moving my body in a way that serves me, in a way that, creates longevity for me and for my future as a postmenopausal woman. So I always keep that in the back of my mind when I feel like giving up, when I go to lift that weight and I tell myself, I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't do another one. And then I remember my goals. I remember my why, and I remember how I want to feel when I'm 70 or 80. And that gets me to that next rep. I have been super busy and realized that I have not been on here. I recorded a video and let's see, I went to Sam's Club for curbside pickup. I am now here at my local grocery store, going inside to do really quick grocery haul and then going home. I have an early dinner tonight and taking it easy, taking it very easy. It's been a rough week. And realize that I haven't been on here since I worked out. Yeah, that's what happens when you're busy. Anyhow, I'll bring you guys inside and I'll show you a couple of things that I'm getting. Very small grocery pickup this week, I think. We'll see. I have been super busy and realized that I have not been on here. I recorded a video and let's see, I went to Sam's Club for curbside pickup. I am now here at my local grocery store, going inside to do really quick grocery haul and then going home. I have an early dinner tonight and taking it easy, taking it very easy. It's been a rough week. And realize that I haven't been on here since I worked out. Yeah, that's what happens when you're busy. Anyhow, I'll bring you guys inside and I'll show you a couple of things that I'm getting. Very small grocery pickup this week, I think. We'll see. I am done. 5 bags, really 4.5 bags, $223. That is insanity. I'm starting to really dislike grocery shopping, and it's only going to get worse. Hate to say it, but it's true. The evening got away from me just like the entire day, so it fits with how this day started. I am in bed. It is 11:05. My daughter and my son-in-law were here. We were talking for a while. I took Sasha out in the backyard for a quick little pee walk, and then I needed to settle in. I am going to sleep, and I'll bring you guys along tomorrow for our walk. Good morning. Happy Saturday. Happy day 55. Yeah, 55. I am getting my 45-minute walk in with Sasha on this beautiful, beautiful Saturday fall morning. It is 40 degrees and absolutely gorgeous. I have my scarf on, the scarf on my head, the scarf around my neck. I have one glove that's around the leash because it's cold. It's 40 degrees, but today and tomorrow are active rest days for me. I'm getting this walk in with her. I'm going to see, my husband was sleeping when I left, so going to see if he wants to go out for breakfast, and if not, fine by me. We're going to have breakfast at home, and I need to meal prep. I'm going to make some ginger turmeric shots, do an extremely light meal prep because I really just don't want to do that tomorrow, and have a great weekend. That is the plan. Yeah. But it's beautiful, sunny, 40 degrees. I'm layered up. I have a glove on my hand that I have the leash on because it's cold. And Sasha's doing great. She's doing great. Okay, happy Saturday. Let's get this day going. Yes, I do have my scarf on, but it got really warm. I ended up taking off my scarf. I unzippered my coat and almost done with my 45-minute walk, but oh, I got really warm. I put my scarf on because it smooths out my hair and I don't have to use any heat on it, which I like. So that is why I have my scarf on, no shame. I'm okay with it. It's stylish. It matches. 1 hour and 4 minutes with this little beauty. Good girl. Thank you, baby. It is a really beautiful day out. It turned out to be this day turned out to be so beautiful. It's not as cold as it was this morning, and Sasha has been such a good girl. We just got back from breakfast, and I am going to go back home and make some ginger turmeric shots, do a really light meal prep, and enjoy the rest of my weekend because I really don't want to meal prep tomorrow. Yeah, not something I want to do. But we had a delicious breakfast. I didn't get a clip because I didn't even have my phone out. I forgot. Anyhow, let's get back home. Sasha's done with her little short walk and all is good. She loves to sunbathe. She's so funny. Right, Mama? And have I shared with you that fall is my favorite time of year? I mean, look at this. Look at this. What? This is crazy. How beautiful. I am juicing. I cut everything up. Over here I have all of my citrus, lemons, limes, oranges, and pineapple. And then over here I have carrots, ginger, and turmeric, because you had to put them into this canister differently. So for the Nama J2 juicer, you have to put in your leafy greens, then your soft items, which would be all of the citrus, and then your hard items go on top. You don't want to mess up the blades, and you really don't want to mess this juicer up. And here we are. Look at this, that fast. It's a little orange now. I did not put a lot of turmeric in here yet, but I will. I'm excited. Okay, a couple things, just two. I take out my black pepper. I like this ground black pepper personally because I used to use the freshly ground, and the pieces were sometimes way too big. You just want to add a little bit. You want to activate the turmeric, and the only way to activate the turmeric is by adding ground black pepper to it. Second thing is you want to clean as you go. You don't want all of your dishes piling up, and you definitely don't want to create a huge mess at the end either. It gives you more counter space, just gives you more flexibility. And it doesn't matter when you add the black pepper, just as long as you add it and don't forget it, because otherwise all this hard work that you've put in, it's kind of going to go to waste if you don't activate the turmeric that you've added. But look at this beautiful color. I love making ginger turmeric shots. It's time to pour. I just use these little trays that I have to move my glass, my jars, and the lids around. It just makes life a lot easier. I have my pitcher here full. Now it's time to pour and then refrigerate, and it's all done. And that's this week. That's this week's vlog. It came in hard and heavy, and it ended on a much lighter note. But we're human, and we're allowed to feel sad and scared and upset. We're allowed to do that. And there's no shame in showing it. And this week I did. I showed it to my family, to my colleagues, anyone that was close to me. But here's what I will say about this past week. You know, God is intentional, and you believe in who you want to believe in. I believe in God. And for me, God is intentional because after 6 weeks of not being able to work out, He knew how much I needed to work out. I got the clearance for me to start lifting and working out again on Friday from my cardiologist. That could not have come at a better time. This week was a very stressful and sad week at work. But there were things that I couldn't control. I couldn't control what was happening at work, but I could control what was happening in my home, in these four walls. And that is all that I could focus on. So My message to you is when you feel that the world is heavy, that things around you are collapsing, and you feel as though you're carrying this weight, it's okay to feel. It's okay to feel the feels and sit in that for as long as you need to sit in it. But you need to not stay there, right? And I needed to be cognizant of that. I needed to be really aware of not staying in that headspace. It does not serve me. And I had no control over it. So what I did have control over, my sleep, which really got a bad hit because I was just mentally drained and stressed. So my sleep was compromised, but my protein wasn't, my fiber wasn't, my hydration wasn't, my workouts, I worked out 5 days a week. I journaled every day. I did my devotional every day. I stayed in prayer, and I just stayed focused on me. And that's not selfish. It's self-care. It's the highest form of self-care, for you to care for yourself, for your physical self, your emotional, spiritual self. That is the highest form of self-care, and it's okay. So for me to be able to work out, because that is my therapy of choice, for me to be able to work out and do that, I needed that. I needed that. And it served me in an amazing way. So I won't go into all the details of, like I usually do, hitting all the points. I just wanted to come on here and say that when life feels heavy, when things feel like they are out of control, I want you to take a step back from all of that. And I want you to think about, what is it that you can control? What is it around you that is within your power? And the first thing is our mental state, doing the things that make us happy and give us a little bit of joy. Even if that means going to bed early, disconnecting from the world, that is okay too. And there were 2 days this past week that I had to do that. All right. But all in all, it was a hard week. It tested me, but it also showed me a lot. And I accept all of those lessons. I journaled on them. I reflected on them. And I am proud of the progress that I made this week. It shows how much I have been able to overcome and what I'm still pushing through. So that is my message for this week. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you're notified of any new videos that come out. I would say this past week of my 75 medium was a success. It was a success because I invested in myself and I made myself the highest priority on all fronts. And I don't feel bad about it. And so if you find yourself there, prioritize yourself and don't feel bad about it. All right, my friends, that is all that I have for you for this week. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. And until the next one, adios.